Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dathan Days, and today, as you see, we are here at BMW GSP Motorrad, and today it's a slightly different video. We are going to dive into the world of electric motorcycles, and today we are here to check out the BMW CE02. As you see, this bike comes with a futuristic but minimalist design, and this is really nice because BMW bringing out this motorcycle, it's a pretty good change in the BMW lineup, and also as you see, it's very futuristic and very fun to play with around. This has a pretty good wheelbase, first of all, and secondly, to talk about the tires, this has got superbike section tires, which is a 120 section tire in front and a 150 section tire at the rear, while it is a 14-inch rim in front and a 15-inch rear behind, which is pretty good to handle with on Indian roads, and it's pretty comfortable as well, while this gets a single side suspension, which is very comfortable on the road as well. To talk to you about the engine specs, or maybe instead of the engine, do I say the motor specs, because this comes with a 11 kilowatt hour motor, and the battery is an 8.5 kilowatt hour battery, and it's got around 15 horsepower and it's got 55 newton meters of torque, which is pretty good and feels really fast. So guys, this is a pretty fun motorcycle, and even when you look at the headlight, it's a pretty fun headlight. It's got this ice cube style headlight, which I really like, and let's switch it on and see how it looks. So here you go. And yes, this does come with a pretty good headlight, and it does have pretty good LEDs as well. So guys, now to give the specifications of the motorcycle while sitting on it, I think it's best let's hop on the motorcycle and show you. So first off, it's a pretty light motorcycle. As of the specs, it comes out to around 145 kgs, and the seat height is around 750 mm, which is pretty decent, and for all ride heights you can flat foot on this motorcycle and you have enough control on this motorcycle. Now we'll talk to you about suspension. So this comes with an upside down suspension, and as you see, it has pretty good travel and it's very comfortable on every pothole and uneven roads. So this bike currently, which we are sitting on, it comes with additional extra package, which basically comes with a phone holder and this tricolor seat as well. It does come with a slightly powerful motor, and the phone holder is basically where you put your phone, and then your phone acts as a secondary screen where you see your navigation and your music controls and much more, while the screen that the bike comes with is a 3.5 inch display, which is a pretty decent display just to show the vehicle stats. And yeah, this is a tricolor seat, but when a pillion sits on it, it does tend to be a little uncomfortable, because for the rider it is pretty good, but when you're carrying a pillion, I'll just hop on and show you that it's not much space that a pillion can have, and even the grab handles is the optional extra package. So guys, now to talk to you about the rear wheel and the rims. The rims are, it looks pretty basic, but then with this BMW livery that they've added on the rims, it looks really futuristic, and I love the way that BMW has designed these bikes. Now to talk to you about the tail section, this looks really beautiful. It comes with this tail lights, and the tail lamp reminds me of the 1250 GS. Basically what it made me feel is that they just taken the 1250 GS tail light, minimized it and put it here, which is a pretty good touch on the adventures and bringing the adventure and the connection to BMW motorcycles everywhere. Let's see how the cockpit looks. It does have a pretty beefy front handlebar, while you need a key to start this motorcycle, and as usual BMW bikes, you don't have a key, you have only a key fob, where it's a wireless entry and a keyless entry. So yeah, this is the BMW key for the electric BMWs, which looks really good. It exactly looks like how the BMW cars key looks like, and you can flaunt this around, saying that because this is a very futuristic key and you can flaunt it around. So now let's just switch on the motorcycle and see how it looks. So yeah, this is a pretty simple display, and I love the way that the animation brings out the BMW and make life a ride. It's a pretty good display, and this is currently the remote that people get to ride it on, where you have a lot of information, or you press the OK button and then you remove all the information. You just have your speed and your riding mode. So let's just switch it on. So you see ready. When it says ready, that means it's ready to go, and you don't get confused if the motorcycle is on or no. You just look at the display and you know that the bike is ready to go. Plus, this bike comes with 3 different riding modes, where first is the flow, which is basically like an eco mode, and you have minimum power, which is easy to handle, and you have a lot of regen as well. And then you have surf, which is 50% regen and then 50% power, and then you have flash, which is 100% power and then zero regen. So it's like full throttle, full power, and 0 to 50 in this bike is around 2.6 seconds, which is really fast. 0 to 50 timing. This bike, as I told you, is very futuristic, and you get this space here. I'm not sure for what, but it's a pretty cool design feature, and you get this only in this colorway, which is black, and this kind of aluminum paint, but it's all like fiber pieces. And yeah, now to talk to you about the pricing. This bike is coming up around ex-showroom of around 4,95,000, and looking at your optional extras and roadside assistant and all, you will look at around 1 or 1.5 lakh extra that you'll have to put on this. And this is just the ex-showroom price that I'm telling you about. The on-road price may differ depending on which state in India that you are located in. So guys, now to talk to you about the charging. This bike charges with a regular charger that you get from BMW with this bike. It charges up to around 5 hours and 30 minutes with from 0 to 100. But you also get a quick charger from BMW, which is an optional extra, where this goes from 0 to 100 in 3.5 hours, which is pretty good. The only disadvantage with the charging is that, as you look at this bike, it is pretty slim and it doesn't have space to put the charging cable. So if you're traveling out around and you need to carry the battery or the charger, you need to carry it on the shoulders. You need to put it in a bag and then carry it. There is literally no place to carry the charger around. So that's one thing, but the charger is quite heavy to carry on the shoulders if you're traveling long distances. That is, if you're going from Whitefield to Koramangala, it starts to hurt your shoulders a lot. That's one thing. And now this bike also comes with a belt driven, and it is not chain driven, it is belt driven like every other electric bikes. This bike also comes with a reverse gear also, and BMW have thoughtfully done the reverse gear. So you have a button called R here, where you need to hold the button and give throttle. So basically, if not holding the button, you move in front, you press the button and then hold the throttle, you move back, which is a really good thing. And electric motors, it does come with a reverse gear, but BMW have done it so thoughtful. So now to talk to you about the foot pegs. You get 2 different positions of foot pegs, and you either keep your leg in front, sit in a much more relaxed position, or you want to sit in much more committed position, you keep your leg behind, which again is like you're still sitting very comfortable, but you do get to give that little racing touch to the motorcycle. The only disadvantage I found about the foot pegs is that these do not retract completely and stay retracted, because this is a spring and you do get to it does stay in this position. And if you're trying to squeeze your bike out of a tight location, say if you're gone to a movie theater and you've parked it down in the mall parking, you want to squeeze your bike out of the parking, you cannot do it with these foot pegs. You cannot just fold your foot pegs up and then do it, because this does have a spring located, so you cannot do that, both the front and the rear. So that's one thing about the foot pegs. But overall, the bike is pretty good and it's pretty It's a lovely and a fun motorcycle to ride.
Well, guys, as you know, taking off on an electric motorcycle is amazing. The initial torque just gets you. The amount of G forces that this bike gives you, any electric bike, is amazing. So, currently, I'm riding the bike in surf mode. Before this, when I launched it, was in flow, which was the low mode. And then you have the surf, which helps you to weave in and out of traffic, and also the throttle response is very lively. Now, I've currently shifted to flash mode, which is 100% power and zero regenerative braking, which is basically that when you're riding and you leave the throttle, it has zero regeneration and only throttle while you go. The suspension setup featuring the telescopic forks in front and a monoshock at the rear, it absorbs most of the city bumps comfortably. However, on rough roads, it does feel a lot stiff. And coming to braking, the braking is handled by a single disc brake both at the front and the rear, and the bike features ABS as well. The bike offers confident bite with the brakes and with regenerative brakings both in flow and in surf. It puts energy, that is, it recaptures the energy back into the battery every time that you slow down. So, the one thing that I noted in the seat design is that even though it looks minimalist, for longer rides it does get kind of uncomfortable. But whatever said and done, riding this bike feels amazing, and yes, BMW have kept their quality.
So guys, that's the video on the BMW CE02. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. See you in the next one.